Thanks, Nick. Hi, Alonso. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us. It's good of you to do so. Just wanted to ask you, two questions. One, what's the mood like in camp after the result in DC? And I know it's early days, but where do you think this club, this team sort of is right now, just in terms of, its evolution under Robin Fraser?
Um, well, the mood is good right now. Obviously, starting the season away for 3 games is not easy, and getting a point in a hard-fought game in DC is always positive. With the we do feel like we could have deserved more in that game, but at the end of the day, yeah, the mood in camp is good. Now focus on tomorrow's game in Orlando, which is not gonna be easy at all. And we're just taking care of the basics, taking care of the details, and trusting in a process that we will keep developing throughout the season. When you get a new coach, things take time, and we're still developing that chemistry, those relationships that will help us keep developing that idea and that kind of team, the kind of team that we want to be this year.
Thank you. We'll go next to Neil Davidson.
Hello. Hi, Alonso. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How are you?
Good, good. I'd like to ask you about Jonathan Osorio, if I may. Last week, he scored for the 13th season in a row. This week, he's 1 goal away from joining a select club of MLS players who have 50 goals and 50 assists. I just wonder if you can talk a little bit about what it's like having him as a teammate on and off the field and what you've learned from him.
Without a doubt, he is a historic player for the club, a historic player for the league already. Getting to that 50-50 club would obviously add to his resume, but having him as a teammate, as a captain, and as a leader, and even for myself, even more so that he plays close to me on the field. He plays a similar position. I think looking up to him and learning from him every day is a great chance that I get to learn from someone that has been in the league for that long and has been so successful in this league. So yeah, very lucky, and looking forward to help him add more to a very successful career.
And can I ask, when you talk with him, is it always in Spanish or English?
There is a little bit of both. I think depending what kind of message he's trying to share with me, and what kind of mood he's in. Sometimes he lets some Spanish words come out of his mouth and transmit some other kind of feelings. But yeah, we do a little bit of both.
Thank you.
We'll go next to James.
Thanks, Nick. Hey, Alonso. I wanted to ask you about the pass that you played for Henry down that side that led to Oso's goal in DC. I know you're always looking for that progressive ball, but how does that fit into the way that the game plan has changed under Robin now?
Well, I love being a player that creates for the team and whose touches on the ball translate into people being able to find the ball in dangerous positions and dangerous areas, and trying to facilitate so many talented players and dangerous players that we have on the team to do what they do best. And yeah, I'm someone who tries and take those risks, and being able to play this year maybe more of a free flow system, I think will help me develop into that game of mine, and hopefully I'm able to keep helping the team in that sense. I love doing it, and I really enjoy finding those kind of passes and having Richie, having Fede, having Theo, having even Henry as a center back that can join in from further behind, makes it easier for me to be able to find those kind of balls.
And just on the other side of that, you've always had a little bit of bite in your game, but I thought I saw you trying to impose yourself a little bit more in the defensive role against DC. Is that something that you've taken on this season?
Yeah, personally, I always try and add things to my game and take care of maybe aspects of my game that I can improve on. And I've started the year feeling very well, honestly, mentally and physically. And in DC, luckily, my legs were feeling like they were helping me get to those areas and get closer to players and make defensive plays. And any chance that I get to help the team also in the defensive side of the game, and I love doing that. So yeah.
We'll go back to Neil.
I'm sorry. I'm good. Thank you. I'll lower my hand.
Sweet. We'll move to John.
Thanks. Two questions, if I may. First, Alonso, just to sort of piggyback on your previous responses to James, where do you think your game is right now, just in a general sense?
Well, I think I'm over these past 2 years, I have had a defined role and profile of someone who likes to get on the ball, someone who likes to dictate things for the team and allow people, as I said, to find themselves available and get the ball in dangerous areas. It takes some time, obviously, to get used to the league, to get used to the level. There's many things that have happened during these couple of years within the club, and now I think I both mentally and physically, as I said, I find myself established within the level of the league, within the team, and I'm just I came this season with the mentality of truly being someone that is going to help this team and this club win games and truly affect the game in the defensive side, but even more so in the offensive side of the game. So yeah, I think my game has grown during these past couple of years, and now I'm expecting this to be a year in which I truly establish myself as a player in my position that is one of the top within the league.
And one last question, if I may. Jason has talked about the need for this team to get sort of more young and more athletic this season. And he certainly brought in, a lot of young players during the winter, Marcus Zimmermancic being, the perfect example. You were someone who was given your chance at a fairly young age. You're not to say you're over the hill. You're still a young man, obviously. But how do you feel about sort of the club's this sort of direction that is sort of anxious to give young players a chance and give them more opportunities?
Yeah, I think it's important for any club to find the right balance between young, hungry players like Marcus is that bring that new energy and new dynamic within the team and also be able to pair them with more experienced players that know the league, that know how to take care of certain moments within the game and know how to help these young players grow into the league and take care of those important details and develop into their path. So I believe that being able to find that balance between young and more experienced guys is key for this club and for any club to be a winning team in any league. And I'm obviously very happy Marcus got the chance to prove himself the other day, and players like him are always very helpful for any team.
And we'll have our final question with James Grossi.
Thanks again, Nick. Alonso, what are you guys expecting from Orlando this weekend, and what do you want to see from your side to build off a solid performance in DC?
They're always a very, very tough team to play against. They have a lot of quality, but at the same time, they're a team that makes it very hard for you to get comfortable on the ball and to grow into the game. From our side, I think it's just about continue growing the identity and the kind of thing that we want to be, continue trusting that we are a quality team, a quality side with a lot of dangerous players, and that if we do things right and we do things the way we've been training them and we've been working on, I think we're a team that can make things very, very difficult for any other team. So yeah, expecting a tough game, but with obviously a lot of trust into what we're trying to do.